All right. So are you ready to really kind of dive deep into a different side of 1950s New York City?
Oh, yeah.
Not like the picture postcard version.
Yeah.
We're going deep into Isa Arsén's The Unbecoming of Margaret Wolf. So think ambition secrets and maybe just a little bit of darkness kind of lurking beneath that glamorous theater scene.
I am so ready for this one.
I am too.
Yeah.
And, I always say this, but our goal is to spark your curiosity about the book
Absolutely.
and make you want to run out and read it,
Yes.
not give you all the answers.
Not at all.
So let's start by talking about Margaret Shoard,
Okay.
our leading lady.
Yeah.
She's an actress trying to make it big in the 1950s in New York.
Right.
And things aren't exactly easy for women with ambition,
No.
especially in the theater world.
Especially in the theater world, right?
Right. And then she's married to Wesley,
Yes.
who is a successful actor himself.
Mm-hmm.
But their relationship, let's just say,
Ooh.
it's a little bit more complicated than just a love story.
It is complicated, yeah.
Yeah. So they live in this basement apartment
Okay.
that they call Shoard Downs.
Short downs. I love that.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
It kind of shows you how practical they are,
Mm.
but you can tell there's an undercurrent of something else
Yes, definitely.
going on there.
Yeah, there are a lot of whispers of Margaret's past, right?
Yes.
Like, she left her hometown under
Mhm.
mysterious circumstances.
Right.
And there's this figure, Michael Hollis, who pops up a lot in her thoughts and leaves her with both literal and metaphorical scars.
Yes. And so on top of everything else, did I mention that she's obsessed with Lady Macbeth?
Oh, yes.
It's not just a role for her.
Right.
It's almost like she's channeling some inner darkness,
Totally.
And there are even moments where she's whispering lines to herself.
Oh, wow.
Like it's a secret mantra.
Yeah.
It's eerie, but it's fascinating.
It's like she's drawn to the power that Lady Macbeth represents.
Yeah.
That control she has over her fate. And you start to wonder if Margaret is searching for that same power in her own life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so that brings us to Felix Haas,
Ooh, Felix Haas.
who is this talented costume designer
Yes.
who kind of comes into their lives
Right.
and really shakes things up.
Yeah, the connection between these three is intense.
Uh-huh.
And the lines get blurred really quickly.
Yeah.
It's like a dance of desire and power.
Right.
And you're never quite sure who's leading.
Exactly. And then there's the medicine
Yes, the medicine.
that Margaret takes. Her therapist, Dr. French, prescribes it for anxiety.
Okay.
But something about it just feels off.
Yeah.
Like it's enabling her ambition, but maybe also masking some deeper issues.
Yeah, it's like this constant push and pull between what's real and what's imagined, what's
Mhm.
healthy ambition and what crosses the line.
Yeah.
And then with Haas coming in and introducing a stronger version of this medicine,
Right.
things get even more complicated.
Exactly. Oh, and we can't forget the parties on the pier.
Oh, yes, the peer parties.
Right. These secret gatherings of queer individuals,
Right.
at a time when being yourself could
Yes.
be dangerous.
Very dangerous, yeah.
Yeah. And so it adds a whole other layer to the story.
Yes.
Like this glimpse into a hidden world that Margaret seems drawn to.
Totally. It shows that contrast between the public facade of 1950s society
Yeah.
and then the private desires that people had to keep hidden.
Right.
Makes you think about the masks everyone was wearing
Yes.
and what it cost them.
Okay, so then there's the lady,
Oh, the lady.
this mysterious figure
Yeah,
who appears to Margaret almost like a reflection of her own darker impulses.
right.
And they even share this chilling line about taking a blade to someone.
Yes.
It's enough to make you wonder what secrets Margaret might be hiding.
It definitely raises the stakes.
Yes.
The lady is like a walking, talking embodiment of Margaret's ambition and fears. You're never quite sure if she's real or a figment of Margaret's imagination. And
Yeah.
that just makes it so much more unsettling.
It does. And as Margaret gets more entangled with Haas, things start to spiral.
Yeah.
He offers her a chance to play Lady Macbeth,
Right.
but it comes at a price.
Oh, yeah. He's definitely manipulative.
Mm.
But Margaret's so driven
Yeah.
that she doesn't seem to see it. Or maybe she chooses to ignore it.
Right. It's like they're feeding off each other's ambition, but it's getting dangerous.
Definitely.
And, the book keeps using this imagery of devouring and being devoured.
Yes.
And you realize that it applies to everyone involved.
Exactly. Everyone wants something.
Yeah.
And they're willing to push boundaries to get it.
Right.
Which makes you question, who's really in control
Yeah.
and who's going to get hurt along the way.
And Wesley's caught in the middle of it all.
Oh,
You
absolutely.
can see the guilt eating away at him,
Mm-hmm.
but he also seems strangely accepting of Margaret's relationship with Haas.
Yeah, there are these hints about Wesley's past, but
Right.
how he relied on wealthy benefactors to advance his career. And it makes you wonder if he feels like he owes Margaret this freedom,
Yeah.
even if it's tearing him apart.
It's heartbreaking,
It is.
honestly,
Yeah.
but it also speaks to the complexities of their relationship.
Yes,
They
definitely.
clearly love each other,
They do.
but they're both struggling with their own demons and desires.
Absolutely. And as Margaret gets closer to Haas, she starts to unravel.
Yes.
She's pushing herself to the limit,
Yeah.
physically and emotionally, and the medicine is just making things worse.
There are moments when she seems to completely lose herself,
Yeah.
like she's becoming someone else entirely.
Right. It's frightening and mesmerizing at the same time.
It is.
Yeah.
It's like she's slipping into the role of Lady Macbeth,
Yes.
blurring the lines between reality and performance.
Exactly. And the more she embraces that darkness, the more dangerous she becomes.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's this one scene where she confronts Haas,
Okay.
and it is explosive.
Oh, wow.
Like, you realize he's not just trying to control her career,
Right.
he's trying to control her entire life.
And Margaret, for all her flaws,
Yeah.
she's not one to be controlled.
Right.
She fights back.
Yeah.
And the consequences are devastating.
I don't want to spoil anything,
Okay.
but let's just say things take a very dark turn.
Okay.
And Margaret is forced to confront the true cost of her ambition.
It's a pivotal moment in the story.
Mhm.
It just shatters that illusion of control.
Yes.
And exposes that raw, vulnerable side of Margaret that she's been trying so hard to hide.
And the aftermath, you see a shift in her.
Okay.
She's still driven,
Yeah.
but there's a new awareness, a sense of fragility that wasn't there before.
It's like she's finally realizing that power comes at a price.
Yeah.
And she's not sure she's willing to pay it anymore.
So the book takes a really interesting turn here.
Okay.
Margaret and Wesley end up back in New York,
Right.
but they're both changed by what happened.
Oh, yeah.
There's this distance between them, like this silence that speaks volumes.
Yeah, Wesley's consumed by guilt. And Margaret is, she's trying to piece herself back together.
Mhm.
It's like they're both haunted by the ghosts of their choices.
It makes you wonder if their relationship can even survive all of this. They've been through so much together, but this feels different, heavier somehow.
Yeah, and there's the scene where Margaret decides to keep seeing Dr. French,
Oh, really?
but not for the medicine anymore.
Okay.
She's trying to find a healthier way to cope,
Uh-huh.
to understand herself better.
It's almost like she's finally ready to face her demons.
Yes.
To shed those masks she's been wearing.
Right.
And embrace her true self, whatever that might be.
It's a powerful moment of self-discovery,
Yeah.
And it's not just about Margaret finding herself. It's about her finding a new kind of strength,
Okay.
a resilience that comes from confronting her past and choosing a different future.
And then there's this striking image in the book.
Yeah.
Margaret cutting off all her hair.
Oh, wow.
It's like this bold act of defiance.
Oh.
Like she's shedding all those expectations that have been weighing her down.
It's like she's breaking free from those roles she's been playing on stage and in her own life.
Right.
It's a visual representation of her unbecoming.
Yeah.
The process of letting go of who she thought she was supposed to be.
And what's so brilliant about this book is that it doesn't give you those easy answers.
No, it
It
doesn't.
leaves you with these lingering questions, these echoes of what might have been.
Exactly. It's a story that stays with you.
It does.
It makes you think about your own ambitions, your own desires, and the choices that you make along the way.
So if you're looking for a book that will challenge you,
Yeah,
that will make you feel things that you weren't expecting,
absolutely.
then The Unbecoming of Margaret Wolf is definitely the book for you.
It's a story about ambition, about love, about loss, and ultimately about the courage it takes to be truly free.
We've only scratched the surface here,
We have.
but hopefully we've sparked your curiosity enough to make you want to dive in and discover the rest for yourself.
I think so.
I hope so.
Yeah. All right. Well, until next time, happy reading, everyone.
Happy reading.